Hello everyone, my name is Cosmos and I am a cat. I live in Russia. Have you ever wondered what your cat really thinks about you and your attempts to make friends with him? How little people know about cats. Well, this is your chance. My diaries are open to everyone, but don't expect to get answers to your questions here. I'm still a cat, and it's up to me to decide what exactly to write in my diary. Meow. First of all, let me say something about myself. I'm a full Scottish blue cat. I was born on November 20, 2019, in a cattery near the Russian border. Therefore, it is not particularly interesting to talk about the first weeks of my life. I ate, slept, went to the toilet, and learned to distinguish those places where I can be from those where I can't. Boring. But once the door opened, and there I saw a young woman and a little girl. Seems that was them that I will be able to spend a significant part of my life with. Well, a woman and a girl. From the beginning, they treated me very well. The woman hid me under a jacket, where I immediately warmed up and became soft. But as soon as we left the cattery, I immediately went into the box which they call cat cage, and then they lowered me into a car where some guys was sitting and there was another child. I remember the man said, "Remember me, cat. I am your only chance to survive." What a joke he has, I thought. But what a joke. My mistress washed me 3 times a day, 3 freaking times a day, after every toilet. Well, let's talk about it later. We drove for a long time. It was cold and out in the car, and then we still walked on a terrible wind. They could hide me under a jacket at least, tyrants. No wonder I caught a cold and my eyes got cold. But our apartment is pretty cool. The first thing I did was to climb around the apartment with a girl, as it turned out her name is Milana, and a man, they called him Zhenya. But they didn't let me study everything around. A woman came, Sveta, who was dressing up the baby, Felix, yelled at Jenny and Milana, and they closed me in the largest room. Well, Cosmos, welcome home. As you may have guessed, there is a cat and 4 people in our family. Boring. Milana went to some grandmother there. Everyone else is busy with their own affairs. Well, I have fun as I can. For example, today I set a personal record. I was able to jump over Sveta's shoulder. In a previous attempt failed and I fell down at the waist area. I am improving. My record was not appreciated. They promised to polish my nails with a file. I thought they were joking, but it was not a joke. I fought for my clothes as best as I could, but they wrapped me into some kind of tea sheet and ruthlessly crushed my resistance. I pretended to be reconciled, put to sleep their vigilance, and twice tried to bite my savages. Unfortunately, they were ready. However, it just didn't work for them. I spilled the air around. Everyone caught and cursed, except Felix and Zhenya. The kid apparently just didn't understand what happened, and Zhenya, I could trick this guy. Is he a human at all? My clothes were eventually cut down. I was impressed by the effect of the gas attack, so I decided to repeat the successful maneuver again. Milana vomited. This was enchanting success. Half a night they spent cleaning the room. Everyone will know how to offend me. The joy of victory was premature. Milana was poisoned. Well, that was karma. Do not offend cats ever, that it's. The day was boring. Milana still did not recover after rotavirus and spent the first half of the day in her room. I tried to distract her a little. No one appreciated my initiative, and they put me out of the room with shame. Well, okay. I almost got into big troubles. In the middle of the living room, a puddle of particular shape was found. All suspicions immediately fell on me. I saw in Zhenya's eyes that he could hardly resist the temptation to wipe this puddle with me. Fortunately for me, he first deals, then gives out. Awards, so to speak. The puddle turned out to be spilled water, and I was amnestied for lack of evidence. Sweater brought by a mouse on a rope of good stuff. Man, I am so high from it. I suspect that someone poured toy with something suspicious. However, I don't mind it. After dinner, Milana got over, and I started to have doubt if I missed her company yesterday morning. Or did I dream about it? At the end of the day, I had a photo and video shoot, and they guessed finally, I am a superstar. And still being the only cat at home is cool. No brothers, no sisters, no mom and no others. All the attention has to me. Really. Didn't they hear that cat should sleep most of the day? First, they simply did not give me to get rest. There was always someone trying to reach me with their hugs and games. However, I quickly brought them to heel. It took me a couple of nights to rush around the apartment, and they realized how terrible it is when they interfere with your sleep. But after that they began to lock me in the cat cage for the night. Well, never mind, the door still holds me in this solitary cage with difficulty, and I am growing up. So what I'm talking about? Oh yes, first impressions. They locked me in a huge room with a huge Christmas tree and a strange construction of the boxes. You know, the amazing thing is, the higher I jump, the higher the mountain of boxes becomes. Jenny is constantly hiding behind the boxes and buzzing from there. One day, I nevertheless burst into it and grabbed the back long thread with pleasure. Zhenya uttered a loud cry, took me wire from me, hit my ass, does anyone know how to call animal welfare? And added one more row of boxes to the wall. Well, it's ok, I'm still growing. And probably everything would be cool if not for the children. Felix is still very small and does not cause me any particular problems. But with Milana everything is much more complicated. And I would be happy to play with her, but not all day. She completely prevents me from getting an out sleep. I have to defend my space and attack her back. Very effective. A couple of bites after a successful hunt and the enemy retreats to do other things. Finally, I can sleep.